All right. So first of all, thank you for joining with me with this interview. Could you introduce yourself and also your background a little bit, just like people to know who you are?
Of course. Okay. So my name is Brandy Runcie, and I'm from Okinawa, Japan. Currently, I'm a sophomore in college, and I am studying fashion merchandising. And for my future career, I would love to own a fashion business.
All right. And as you just mentioned, you're actually a mixed race child that
Yes.
grew up in Japan, right?
Yes. Correct.
Right. So have you
So,
ever? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, you can. Sorry.
Okay. So my question for you is: have you ever experienced any racial discriminations in Japan?
Yes. So when I used to live in Okinawa, Japan,
Mhm.
my elementary school year, there because my skin color, like I was darker than the rest of the Japanese people, I would get called names because they're not familiar with other race and Americans.
Yeah,
So that happened a couple of times.
I
Yes.
see. So following the question I just asked you, how do you deal with the racial discriminations when you faced it, like the things you happen in elementary schools?
So because I was really young, I used to overthink about it, and I used to, think, oh, I want to be lighter because I'm not accepted.
Mhm.
And I was young, so I didn't really have the correct mindset.
Right.
But now I'm older, I'm more aware of the racial, discrimination. I don't really take it to heart, and I don't really overthink it.
Mhm.
And I've become more confident with myself and my skin color. So yeah, I don't really take it to heart anymore compared to my younger age.
I see.
Yes.
And for what do you think for Japanese, what's the most misunderstanding towards to foreigner, mixed race child, or even, I mean, Black community?
Um, what's the most misunderstood? I think they're not educated about the police brutality and
Mhm.
what's going on in America versus what's happening here. Because over here is just like, they just judge you with your skin color, and it was just small stuff.
Mhm.
But they don't know fully about what's really going on in America and how police treats us and how the government treats us. And I think, Japanese people should know about the real issues too.
Right. Like the things you just said about the police, I think
Mhm.
it's about the George Floyd's tragic death. I'm sure you have seen news on
Mhm.
news platforms a lot of place. Um, Personally, for you, what do you think about this issues, the George Floyd's issues?
I think overall everything is just unfair, and the fact that it's just about the skin color is just mind blowing because we're all human, we're all same. So the fact that this happened because of it's just sad because of the skin color. It's unbelievable. I
Yeah.
believe.
And is there anything that you have done for supporting the Black Lives Matter movement during this period, like posting anything or on social media, anything?
Yes. So because I follow like different people and other people follow me from different countries, I like to, post stuff and remind them that we are like everybody in the United States are dealing with this.
Mhm.
And I think we all should understand that we're all dealing with this because in Japan we don't really hear the news about what's happening in the US.
Right.
So if we use our social media platform and post stuff and notify each other, then I think that would be great.
Well, I think that's a really good point.
Yes.
Well, in the end of this interview, I wanted to ask you, is there any messages you want to send it to Japanese or even the people from all over the world, just, talking about social justice? Any messages?
Yeah. Um, I will I would want to say that we should all be educated because we're in the same world, even though it's different countries,
Right.
we need to understand what we are going through, and we should respect that.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really
You're
appreciate it.
welcome.